Hello, football fans. Ryan here. Let's talk about the big sports news of the week. No, it's not the big game in the Big Easy, and no, it's not the big trade in that league no one watches anymore. It's the NFHS announcing rule changes for the 2025 season.
4 revisions dealing with player equipment in high school football were among the 8 changes recommended by the NFHS Football Rules Committee at its January meeting in Indianapolis. All recommended changes were subsequently approved by the NFHS Board of Directors.
I tell ya, I really appreciate their clarity and straightforwardness. I would have just written the NFHS made 8 changes to high school football rules, but I guess that's why I make videos and not press releases. Yes, there are 8 rule changes for high school football to take effect beginning in the 2025 season. 4 of the 8 changes relate to equipment. Those 4 equipment rule changes are banning superfluous attachments on tooth and mouth protectors, updating arm sleeve specifications, further prohibiting the use of video and audio devices by players, so players can't wear microphones or cameras, and finally, electronic equipment has been approved to use still images to assist with relaying plays from the sidelines. Players still can't use in-helmet communication, and players between the numbers still can't watch video, but teams can use fixed electronic signs to send play signals. Which sucks for the poor sap who must hold a 65-inch monitor on the sidelines so the quarterback knows which one of his team's 5 plays is being called. The quartet of aforementioned changes are to Rule 1, meaning officials are just going to ignore them anyways. Am I speaking truth to power or just making a joke? I'm making a joke. Of course officials won't ignore them. Officials never ignore equipment rules. Yeah, never. We don't do that. Yeah, we never ignore those rules. Moving on from Rule 1, the committee, at its January meeting in Indianapolis, deleted Rule 10.4.4b. And I, for one, am glad. I always thought Rule 10.4.4b was a jerk and didn't deserve to be in the rules book to begin with. This rule made the spot of the foul the basic spot for 2 illegal participation fouls. Those 2 illegal participation fouls are when a player runs onto the field and participates, and when a player participates after their helmet comes off. By getting rid of this rule, the committee, at its January meeting in Indianapolis, is trying to be consistent with penalty enforcement, especially when it comes to illegal participation fouls. The biggest change to the rules book involves fumbles. From now on, a forward fumble that goes out of bounds or is ruled out of bounds between the goal lines shall be returned to the spot of the fumble. For competition's sake, this is a no-brainer. It's a huge boon for the offense to fumble the ball forward, have the ball go out of bounds, and gain yards. Heck, maybe even gain a first down. As it relates to competitive fairness, this new rule is welcomed and appreciated. This change does make it a bit harder for us officials, especially newer officials who now must worry about the ball bouncing around and where the fumble originally occurred. Good news, however, is it will make training easier. We train new officials to beanbag fumbles beyond the line of scrimmage in case the spot needs to be used for penalty enforcement. Now we can train new officials to beanbag all fumbles in case the fumble goes forward and out of bounds. A scenario far more intuitive, easier to understand, and aligned with the football scene on television. Bottom line, officials will see a fumble go forward and go out of bounds probably once a season. Having the spot of a fumble used for penalty enforcement is 1 in a million occurrence, if that. In fact, it probably happens less frequently than me getting PSK penalty enforcement right. Another rule change is to 6-player football. This change also involves fumbles. It allows the ball to be advanced on a fumbled snap if there's a change of possession from the snap receiver to another offensive player. Interestingly, our association in Southwest Washington serves one school that plays 6-player football. That school is the Washington School for the Deaf. I just wanted to give the Terriers a mention. They're good kids and they play really hard. So those are the rule changes for 2025. What do you think? Do you like them? Are you underwhelmed? Are you overwhelmed? Are you just whelmed? Was there a change you wanted to see that the committee at its January meeting in Indianapolis didn't approve? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. As for the 2025 points of emphasis, they are illegal and improperly worn player equipment, sportsmanship, defensive player/targeting. You know, all your usual suspects. The 2025 Football Rules Book, both the physical and digital editions, will be released in May. Links to the new rules discussed in this video are in the description below. Thanks for watching and enjoy the big game.